Okay, Eric, try and explain this to you. It is a little complicated, but simple to do. I've got a clip up here. I've placed it down in the timeline, and approximately where I would like this to take effect is somewhere right in here. What I'm looking for is, as I was riding along, I wanted to show that it was, in fact, in cruise mode. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut this. At this point, I'm going to take a snapshot of this sequence. Okay, we've got the snapshot up there. I'm going to move these apart. I'm going to bring the snapshot down into here. My default is 5 seconds. I'm going to take this up to maybe 13, 15, somewhere in there. And then we'll move it back into place, bring everything else back through. Okay. We'll expand it a little so we can see it. Now what I'm assuming is you kind of asked if there is a way to, let me see exactly what you asked here. How do I zoom in on a frame? Well, to me a frame means a single frame of a picture. So what we're doing is, that's why I split it and took the picture, the snapshot, put it in there. Okay, we're going to right click this and we're going to add effects. Once the effects come up, we're going to hit zoom. And so we are started here, basically first, and here. And I believe if you move this slide bar, you'll see that it does move along that particular frame that we made the snapshot of. First thing I always do is I make sure that my aspect ratio is going to stay the same no matter what. Okay. One thing you're going to learn is, if you do these effect moves, is you want to make sure you start off at your starting point. Then you're going to move your slide bar to about where you want the next effect to take place. We could do this in 2 or 3 steps and make it look, gradually go down into it, but I just like to, get to the point. We're going to take the slide bar and the windows, and we're going to put it in the area we want to actually highlight. Now that we've got it there, what we're going to do is we're going to click to add a keyframe. Now, as we go along, this is going to remain the same. Now, you could change it if you want. You could zoom in and out. You could move it somewhere else. You could highlight somewhere else. But at this point, I'm just showing you the simple. We're zooming in. We double click it again because that's our start point as we exit out of here. We'll take the slide bar and we'll move it to the end. And what we want to do with this is we want to bring this, our keyframe, back to normal. And you can always tell that by, it's 0 on the x-axis, 0 on the y-axis. And then as far as movement left or right, x2 is 100, and this never gets to 100. I don't know why, but, and so then what we'll do is we'll click, and that's our keyframe out. Next thing we want to do is close this out, our effects window, and then when we take a look at it, let's see what it looks like. It doesn't adjust like a car. Wow, they're out there today. Holy mackerel. Uncle Eddie. Now we're going to zoom in. As you see, I highlighted the cruise. You could even go in further. You know, again, depends on what you're trying to highlight, or you could move it around. And then we back out. Now the only thing is, when you do this, you've got to remember that there is no sound below it. So it's going to be kind of a dead spot in that. We got cruise control to work. Okay, that's another one. Okay, let's go back over this. I'm going to do it one more time, play it through, but we'll do it full screen. Okay, full screen mode. And it doesn't adjust like a car. Wow, again, what I'm trying to highlight is the cruise that it's showing on the display. So there we go. Cruise. And then it backs out. Okay. I do hope that helps you a little bit.